For today's DIY, yep, you guessed it, it's Up Theme, one of my favorite movies. Please stick around to make this beautiful frame all on a budget. If you're new here, hey, I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. And if you like staying on a budget and DIYs, you're in the right place. This channel is for you. So don't forget to like and subscribe. This DIY is part of the Craftilicious Collab with the following talented crafty ladies. Make sure to check out the description below for the complete playlist where you can find more inspiration and meet more friends and crafters. Now let's jump right in and let's get crafty. I had this canvas in my craft stash because I love painting, so I always have these around. And with a staple remover, I'm gonna be removing all the staples behind the canvas, and these are a little tough to remove, so some of them might be a little bit harder than others, and I'll show you how to remove those hard ones. But the ones that you can, just go ahead and take it all off because we're going to be removing the fabric of the canvas. Now I'm going to be borrowing my husband's large wire cutters, and this is just how I did it, you guys. I'm going to be removing those hard to take off staples, and I'm just going to be pulling really hard because some of them are really stubborn and they do not want to come off that canvas. So I am just going around and removing those. Once you're finally done removing those staples, I'm going to be getting some water and I'm going to be diluting brown and black. That way we can get a stained finish. If you have seen my prior videos, you know I love this method because it really gives a stained look and it dries so much faster, you guys, and it's such an easy method to use on smaller DIYs. So just mix that up in water until you get the color you like, and I loved this color that came out, you guys. It's so dark and it gives it a very dark wooden stained look, and I am loving it, you guys. And look at how beautiful this looks, you guys. I am loving that stained dark wooden color. Moving along to the up house, I had this little wooden house from Michael's. I believe that's where I purchased. But you can find these little houses in any craft store. I'm not sure if Dollar Tree has them. I believe they do, but it's a small one, and I'm just going to be painting the front in yellow. And one more thing I did forget to mention, these little houses, I know they are about 99 cents. They're usually run about I don't think they run more than $2. So I love it because they're very affordable, and there's so many DIYs that you can make with these, and it was just perfect for this one. Now these little wooden fences I purchased at Michael's as well a while back, and I always buy these little wooden figures and I have them in a little stash because you never know when you're gonna need them for a DIY. I love these little fences. I knew they were gonna come in handy, and it's just perfect for this DIY as well. It's just gonna add a little detail to my frame art. Also, I was gonna tell you guys that these little wooden pieces are usually less than $1. They shouldn't be more expensive than that. They are probably 50 cents sometimes. At least that's what they used to cost. I'm not sure about now. Or maybe even 30 cents, I don't remember. Anyways, moving along, I'm gonna be using my pencil to mark where I want my little hole to go. And I'm gonna be using a drill for this part. And I was actually gonna do it myself, and then I'm like, okay, no, I can't do it. So yeah, these are my husband's hands. He's gonna help me drill that hole in there. That way I don't mess this up, but you guys can do it yourselves if you're good with a drill. And you're not gonna wanna go so deep. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how deep kind of it has to go. This is where we're gonna insert some little wires, and this is gonna be where the balloons are gonna go. And for this particular house, we went in about 1 inch deep. This is kind of how deep you want to drill if you are using a house similar to ours. Now for this next part, you probably have this item at home. It's a wire hanger. And if you don't, you probably have one from the cleaners or something. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be measuring how long we want our wires, and this is gonna be what holds our balloons, or our balloon strings. It's going to represent our balloon strings. So we're going to cut the size we want. Go ahead and just cut a few of these, and I'm going to be cutting them in different sizes, and I cut about 6 of these wires, and this is just depending on your frame that you're using, so you can go ahead and just get an idea on how long you want it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because either way we're going to be gluing some balloons on here later, and you'll see that part in a bit. So just go ahead and get an idea and use your imagination. We are now going to be painting the top of our little house in this blue, and I waited until we drilled the hole, that way the paint wouldn't get damaged. I'm not sure if it was gonna mess up or make a difference, but this is just the way I did it. Now I found these rub-on transfers, and I bought them at Dollar Tree, and I noticed that they had a word on here and it says adventure. I have used these on other DIYs, so you have probably seen me use these, and they are super easy to use, and it's perfect for any DIY where you don't want to paint on it, or if you don't have a Cricut, you can also use these. It's another fun way to add words, and I'm only going to be using the word adventure for this little house, and it's the perfect size for it. Now I'm going to be using some tweezers to remove the little clear plastic on the front. I just want to be very delicate with this, because if you do put your finger behind the letters, you can damage the words, and we don't want to mess it up because we only have one of these stickers. Once I gently apply with the back of my tweezers, I'm gonna go ahead and just rub on the letters, and that is gonna make that word transfer to my wood. Simple enough. I love these transfer stickers, and if you've never used them, you should, because they are perfect for so many DIYs, you guys, especially if you don't want to paint it on all the time, or I don't know, it just gives it a different texture as well. It's just so pretty. And now we're going to just remove that plastic off, and the word should be beautifully on our wood. Now for the bottom part, I have used my pencil and I've written the words "is out there." So it says adventure is out there. They do have some transfer stickers with letters, but I just decided to write it out. And with my Craft Smart paint marker, I'm gonna just go over those letters. And if you've seen my other videos, you know how much I love my paint markers. They are so great to use on DIYs. If you want lasting protection, make sure to seal your work. I'm using Duraclear gloss varnish for this one. Now we are ready to add our wires, which are gonna be the strings to our balloons. I'm gonna use my little glue gun and I'm just gonna add some hot glue inside the hole that we drilled. And I'm going to be placing the wires just in different places, and it should be drying and getting hard as you place them, so it's perfect. They're just gonna end up gluing down where you want them. I'm adding a little bit more glue to the top and the empty spaces just so it's nicely secure on there and so it doesn't fall off. Once it's dry, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of glue on that dried hot glue because I don't want it to look all clear and just like clumps. I want it to kind of mesh with the little roof, and it's just gonna give it a nice clean finish. I'm bending the wires to the desired place I want them, just how I want my balloons to look. And it's so cool because the wires are bendable, so you can totally fix them if you didn't like exactly how you placed them the first time, so they're gonna look beautiful, you guys. Now remember that little wooden stash I had? Well, I had these little clouds in there as well, and I purchased these at Michael's. I'm sure Hobby Lobby or any other craft store has them. And I have my painted little fences, and I'm not gonna glue these down just yet because I want to glue down my little balloons, which I'm gonna be using some pom-poms for this part. And you can purchase these at Dollar Tree. I've seen Dollar Tree carry these. I did have some at home already. I had all sorts of sizes, big and small, and I'm just gonna be gluing them all around and just making it look nice like in the Up movie. And no particular order, just anywhere, just filling it all up and just have fun with this part, you guys. And I love how the pom-poms are so light, so it's not gonna be heavy at all on this beautiful framed art. So you guys, in the middle of gluing down my pom-poms, I decided to glue down my house. That way it's nice and tight on there, and that way it doesn't move, and I already kind of have an idea on where it's gonna go. And you can always mix the E6000 with your hot glue gun sticks because it's just gonna get a better hold, and also so it dries a little bit faster. And I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing my little cloud down, and from there I'm gonna start gluing my balloons again. Now with my scissors, I'm gonna cut the second fence. That way it fits both ends of my frame. And I'm gonna be sanding down the ends of this little fence. That way it's nice and smooth. And I'm gonna paint over it. That way you don't see where the two little fences divide, and that way it doesn't look messy. First, let's finish gluing our little cute fences down. Now that we have our clouds and our fence glued down, we are ready to continue with our little balloons or pom-poms. And just have fun, glue them anywhere you think. Oops, and I forgot a cloud. I'll glue that one in a bit. I am having too much fun gluing these little pom-poms, you guys. I love how it's all coming together. It looks so whimsical, so fun. And you guys, it's gonna look beautiful, guys. Just wait until the final look. I'm going to be adding a little bit more glue to the back of the frame just so it's nice and secure on there, and so none of this falls off. And once again, do not forget to seal your work with DuraClear gloss varnish. Make sure you seal what you painted, that way your frame lasts. You can also add a sawtooth to the back of your frame. You can glue it with your hot glue gun so you can better hang your frame, or you can just hang as is. Now we are ready to see the final look, you guys. I am loving this. It's so simple to make, so fun, and definitely on a budget. And you probably have some of these items at home already. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you do create it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. Also, please let me know in the comments below if you want to see more DIYs with this theme from the Up movie, which I love, you guys. And let me know how we did on this cosplay. My husband did great, don't you think, you guys? Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these DIYs. I hope you guys had fun. This DIY reminds me of Psalms 4:7. You have filled my heart with great joy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, don't forget to spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.